woman, a woman, woman, a woman, woman, a woman, woman, a woman. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Woman, a woman, woman, a woman. Woman, a woman, woman, a woman. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations.
Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. It is another night, another Monday night of Woman to Woman. Thank you to all our supporters. I hope y'all are geared up and ready. Tonight, we're going to do something a little bit different. And just to let you know, my co-host, Tiffany Clark, she is on the job. She traveling somewhere. She I ain't gonna say how we normally say it, but she's on the road tonight and she will not be joining. But I have a surprise for you. So thank you so much. As you can see, I'm traveling myself. I am not at my home office, but I got a space to pull up in so I can come and hang out with y'all. And I'm so grateful that the internet travels. Have internet travel. Go with you where you go. All you need is your laptop and your camera, and you can do it from anywhere. So I'm big. I'm a big shot now. I'm on location. I told him earlier I'm getting my whole Don Lemon life together. Don is the man on the street, so Bree gonna be the woman on the street. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. And like I said, we got a couple of things going up. So when I sent out the messages and did the post, I said we're going to do something a little different. So I've dubbed tonight the Recap Nightcap. So we're going to sit down. We're going to play a few of the clips from the last few episodes. And then I called a couple of my girls and some of the biggest supporters for the show to come and join us. So we got big engagement. And also, if you ever want to join, just let me know. And I will gladly put you on stage with everybody else. So this is our first Recap Nightcap. And if it goes well, y'all let me know. Put it in the comments. Send me an email. Let me know. And I think we'll keep doing it. Because I think it's important that we hear from, everyone that's supporting and that's usually in the chat. And you don't have enough time in the chat. You get to put a few things down, but we're moving and moving and moving. So you may have a thought that you don't get to finish because we've moved on to something else. So again, good evening, everyone. Everyone's. Thank you for joining us. So at our first Recap Nightcap, we're not just talking, we're reflecting, reacting, and keeping it, mad real about how we felt about the guests and the shows that we had, the content matter. I know in a lot of my follow-up with supporters, that's some really good, feedback. And, unfortunately, again, you can't ask the question and it's never enough time. So I'm so honored tonight. I'm not going to keep you waiting. We started a little late. It's always technical difficulties. You should have seen me running around here. And I wish Dr. Shirley was here because the hot flash that hit me, I almost had to stick my head into the air conditioning unit. And it's too cold everywhere. Let me know where you're at because I know I'm down in North Carolina and it is definitely not North Carolina weather like we are accustomed to. Thank you very much, global warming. So anyway, I'm joined by a couple of our sisters who so graciously agreed to, I guess, guest co-host with me and engage with me tonight as our girl Tiff is on the road, like I said. So here's my first guest, the other Tiffany. That's what I call her. She is the other Tiffany in North Kakalaki as well. You're a little further south than I am right now. With your hoodie on, is it just as cold down there? Yeah,
it's cold.
Yes, it's ridiculously cold. It is ridiculously cold. And so our next, my next guest co-host. You will hear her voice, but you will not see her face because I have a whole joke that centers around this. She actually was playing with her puppy, and the puppy said, "Sis, not today." So he got a little carried away and let her know I said not today. So she was bitten and her face is all swollen. She looked like she had oral surgery. And I told her earlier, I said, you look like the wife who was beat up by the side piece who decided that she wanted your man and she won, right? She said, oh God. I said, she got your man, she got your money, and she got one up on you to boot. Tip saw it like, yes. That dog did a number on her. So Ren,
Well,
Ren,
then
Ren, come on, let me hear your voice, girl. Let me hear your voice. Are you with me? Are you with us? Can we hear you? Laurentia, are you around? Unmute yourself, dear. Did I lose her?
sure. Laurentia?
She was just there.
Right.
You know what? You gotta love live. You have to love live.
I love the live. That's what happens. All kinds of things just be happening.
Let me hit her. Where did she go? Cause
I
we
know.
were just hanging out together. Maybe the dog got her again. Wait a minute. What was that movie? Cujo back in the day.
I think it was. Wasn't it Cujo?
Yes, it was
Now
Cujo.
you trying to now you
Oh, there
trying to
she
show our
goes.
age on this live.
I don't care. Listen, Don Lemon, I'm one of the paid subscribers for his channel because I'm a lemon head. I'm a proud lemon head. Okay. And Ren, I'm adding you to the stage. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
There we go. We
Okay,
got action this
No, there you
time.
go.
there she go. So
I,
what Don did today, he does a show after the show, right? For all
Okay.
of the community that are paid subscribers, but it's not the lowest tier, certain tiers he has. I love the way he works.
Right.
So the after the show was just him and the producers, and they started bringing up those old 70s shows. He brought up the $6 Million Man, the Bionic
Mhm.
Woman, and found video. He was like, no, it was good because they each had their own sounds. Honey, honey, when I say it took me back, and I'm like, yo, that was my show. And I even put in the chat, they dated, and his producer read, they dated? Yes. Get up on your $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. Come on, Steve
Get
and
over
Jamie,
here.
let's get it together.
Uh-uh.
Okay. I'm the proud 70s baby, and they don't make TV like that anymore. I'm just saying. Hello, sisters. Hello, Sister Renita. Hello, Michelle. Come on,
Well,
Zach.
we
Make
got more
sure
people. We got more people coming in here.
Yeah, we got
I
more.
know.
Make sure you like and please share. Share the link with someone who you know will be interested. We're just going to kick it and have a good time tonight. And like I said, we'll do a recap of right, Michelle, they don't make TV like that no more. They don't. They just don't. It's disturbing.
Okay, I'm not the 70s baby. I'm the 80s one. So I can kind of get with you because I love some of the old 70s shows and movies and stuff like that. So I'm with you on that one.
Oh yeah, because they had reruns. They had
Mm-hmm.
reruns. So if you weren't alive, listen, I
Right.
wasn't alive for Bonanza. God help me. That's what my mother used to watch. Bonanza and Rifleman. But that's all that came on TV. So we were stuck with it.
And I am very much proud to say I still go to sleep to I Love Lucy tonight. So it's all right. That still is like my go to sleep show.
Okay. I'm not mad at you for that. Vita Vita Vegemin.
Right.
Vegemin. Okay. Wait, Michelle says she binge watch. Give me a break. Come on, Michelle. They don't
Come
make
on,
TV like
Shell.
that.
That is true. I go
You
straight
know.
across the board. People be like making fun of me, but I don't care. I love me a good old back in the day show.
Hey, more, come, Michelle. You showing your age, girl? No, you didn't
You
bring up
showed it. Oh, that's my
Maud.
show. I
Yes,
love me a more.
yes, the
What?
good one,
What? I
Maud.
love me a more. Like, come on now, Michelle. You going there, honey.
They don't even know about that. These youngins, they
You
don't even
going there,
know.
girl.
Mm-mm.
Listen.
Quality TV, and nobody could ever be the good one, Golden Girl. Michelle, now you walking down my street. Stay out my living room. The Carol Burnett
Ain't she?
show.
Come on.
Okay. All
She
right.
is going
I'm so
there.
glad we had this time together. Don't play with me. Come on. I got the ear tug. Don't play with me. Three's Company. She naming all the good ones. Three's Company. What else we had there? Michelle, do some of the dramas. The dramas we used to watch. What's a good one? Oh, Dallas. That was in the
That was a
80s.
good one.
Falcon Crest,
Um.
Dynasty.
Okay, wait. What was the one that was like with the couple? And they were
Heart to
always
Heart.
trying to. They always go. Come on, heart to heart.
Don't
That
play
was
with
my
me.
show.
I was a TV head. Don't play with
You
me.
better come on with the heart
Come
to
on.
heart. I love me a heart to
Heart to
heart.
Heart. Never missed a week. Thank you very much.
Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
Police Story. With Angie Dickerson. She was the first female police officer they put on TV.
Come on. Y'all going back. Y'all going back with it.
Let's go 80s. Cagney and Lacey.
Okay, you want to really do 80s? Okay, 80s. Let me think.
What you got?
Let me think. Oh my gosh. You really got me thinking.
Falcon Crest. I could keep going.
Come on, Chips. Come on, Michelle.
Chips
was a good one too.
Yes,
Chips was a good one. You got Three's Company.
Three's Company. We got. Then the Ropers came out.
The Ropers came. They showed up. They came after that. Oh my gosh.
Here's the number one. Here's the number one. All in the Family. I'm done. Mic drop.
All in the Family.
Right? Which led us to the Jeffersons.
You ain't never lied.
Oh, Michelle, come on. Knots Landing, the spinoff from Dallas.
And you got the Heat of the Night.
That was
the night
show. Right.
Y'all better come on. Y'all dropping them down. Y'all better come on with it.
We didn't have anything else. There was no internet. If you were lucky enough, your mama would buy you an Atari. It wasn't that she couldn't afford it. She didn't understand it.
Right. And then hold up. What about back in the day? You had the roller skates. Everybody had to try one on and roller skated down the block.
Yes.
You remember that?
Absolutely. And I had the shoe skate. So this is before you could get the whole
the whole skate. Come on with it.
Wait, Michelle, I'm gonna have to give you a prize. I'm gonna have to send you a t-shirt or something. Kojak and Fantasy Island. That's it. That's it. All the police
not
shows.
lying. You are not lying.
That was all. Yes, that was my life every night. And then also what happened in the 80s, I mean in the 70s, Roots came out. I was in 5th grade when Roots came out, right? And I remember sitting and watching. It was a family event. Every night, me, my mom, and my sister would watch Roots because it was a mini series. And then you would go to school the next day and see which one of your friends caught it. So that was a big, like
that was a big thing. Yeah, Roots was real deep. And I don't care what nobody say. I think the original was always the best one. I don't care how many remakes that they did.
Oh yeah,
the original
Next Generation. Yeah,
was the best one.
What was his name?
I do have to say this. I think one of my favorite 70s movies, Brie, I will have to say, is the Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier movie.
Oh yes, because they were the robbers, right? They were doing some scams.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah. I think that series with them was ultimate.
My God. I think they took us to the movies to see that. So I'm just hold on. Remember the good one, movie theater. You didn't have to wait. You couldn't wait for streaming or cheap.
Come on.
All right, they coming with a different world.
They coming with all of it. Look at y'all coming
in with Saturday night. What you say to me? Soul Train. Come on, Saturday morning.
Go. Come on, and then y'all remember the movie Claudine? Y'all mean, come on now.
Come on. I'll still watch me a good one, Claudine. Don't play with me.
I love me James Earl Jones in there, honey.
Don't play with me.
You ain't never
Claudine. Yeah. Let's do it again. Yes, that was the movie, right, Renita? Let's do it again.
Right. That's the one they had the church picnic and they was hiding in the church picnic.
Yes. Growing Pains. Yes, Growing Pains was good.
They really going in. Come on, Joseph. We got
Family
Joseph. I'm going in with it.
Oh my God, Family Matters. They don't make TV like that no more. They
don't. They don't make TV like that. It's just too much other reality television shows that's not really giving you what you used to get, that real family bonding situation. So yeah, y'all coming in with it.
Michelle,
they put the car wash.
10 Commandments with Charleston Heston. Come on. Oh wait, Renita said car wash. Come on, yes, the classics. Oh my God,
y'all better come on with it. Y'all coming in it with it.
Car wash. Yes,
This
where
is
Richard
awesome.
Pryor was like the Reverend Ike of the movie. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Y'all coming in with
Michelle, you
this,
ain't wrong
honey.
about the old school 10 Commandments with Charleston Heston. That was still good. I still watch that.
Don't forget about Crooklyn.
We going into the 90s.
Let me tell you something. Crooklyn was like, I don't care what nobody say. Crooklyn was always going to be that Brooklyn movie. That's going to always show the essence of Brooklyn.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to always be a heart-touching one for me.
And then we go into the late 80s, going into the 90s. Any Spike Lee joint worked for me. Any Spike Lee joint. That's when it started turning. Right? Oh, wait, Dr. Shirley's on. She said, lean on me. Come
on. On me.
Joe Clark. Don't play. Don't play.
Oh my gosh.
Clark.
Do the right thing. Come on with
it. Come on, y'all.
Movies.
Wait, the good one, Baps. Wait, we need to host a movie night. We need to host a movie weekend.
We sure enough do. Right? That would be so epic.
All the classics.
And I'm telling you, Lean on Me with Joe Clark. Can nobody play that scene?
Oh no.
Saturday morning free, baby.
No. Lock the doors.
Jungle Fever. What you say, Ren?
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
Girl, wasn't he real with
chains off? Take the chains off. The fire department is here. We got a code red.
That movie is classic.
I
got one
Imitation of Life. Yes.
Hold up. How about School Days?
It's in here. It
is. Somebody put up School Days already?
Yes.
There we go. There. Go ahead, Miss Renita.
Jungle Fever's up there. Purple. Come on.
Purple Rain. Listen. Come on.
Because it wasn't about the acting, it was about the music.
It was.
That part.
You better say that again, Lady Bree.
Listen, you didn't love a good one, Prince. All things Prince. Okay?
Honey,
and if my throat was sore, I'd sing the song.
I be still trying to get that flip.
I'm not messing with you. Nope. The original color purple. That's it. Show's over. We're done. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Right.
That's Comedy Jam. There you go.
Come on.
That was my sister's movie. She used to make me so mad because that was back in the day of the VHS tapes.
VHSs.
And to annoy me, she would, come on, you want to watch it with me? I'm like, as long as you don't be rewinding it, just let it play. I ain't gonna let it play, Sabi. I ain't gonna rewind it. I ain't gonna rewind it. Okay. Girl, I would sit down and watch the movie with this girl, and she would get to the part where Celie went to the mailbox, and Celie would ask Mr. Anything come for me?
Anything for me?
Right? And he'd say, no, ain't nothing come for you. And I done fixed it. Don't touch this. I could have fixed it. I could tell if it'd be messed with. And she said, wait. I got to watch it again. And she go back to that part. Anything come for me? And then she didn't even let Mr. talk. I said, I'm done. That's it. No.
She loved that.
The Wiz, the black version with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, Dr. Shirley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's the one.
That's the epic, the Wiz. You can't get that no other place. The Wiz. I don't care.
That was genius.
Epic. That's going to always be the classic of classic movies. I'm sorry.
That's the classic. Between Color Purple, The Wiz, because we get to do, we get some really good ones that are part of our history, right? And like you said, certain things you just need let the original stand.
Let's stay. Don't touch it.
You don't need a remake. You just don't, because you ain't gonna never see a younger Diana Ross trying to be 16 again in her 30s.
Girl, you about to make. I don't care what nobody say. I think Diana Ross was better. Oh, y'all gonna hate me for saying this. If y'all don't get mad, I loved her more as an actress. I'm gonna just say that.
Mahogany. I'm a Diana Ross fan.
Yes.
I'm saying that she was in her 30s trying to be a 16-year-old Dorothy. That's all I said.
I love Mahogany. Mahogany is probably one of my favorites out of her movies. Joseph
said Driving Miss Daisy. Okay. Michelle has Please By You in here.
Yes. I mean, I think by the time it started getting close to the 2000s, I've been like, now y'all just messing.
Everything is changing because by that time you're getting into the Matrix, and then you're getting into
y'all just
sci-fi and the future, futuristic type things. And every once in a while, you'll hit
And
like
little sprinkle. And Waiting to Exhale came in that right
yeah,
around.
we
Cause
had our
that had an epic. Yeah,
we had our
that
moment.
was something. Okay,
We had
but
Rosewood, we had the Wood, when
yeah,
Black Hollywood really rose up and
really
was getting
started rolls
noticed.
up in it. Yeah,
Funny with Eddie Murphy when he did Boomerang, him and Halle
Boomerang was
Berry.
good. Boomerang was a
We had
really good one
that.
too.
And let's see, we had Rosewood, we had The Best Man. That was
Yeah,
good.
the Best Man. Those were good. I
Those
think
were
when I
good.
finally got to like the last thing of Best Man, I was like, y'all doing too much.
Yeah, it's a whole like a series on one of these
Yeah.
black channels I don't watch.
I'm messing with you today, Bree. I'm messing with you. But yeah, y'all
Anyway,
can do it. We
anyway,
was doing a recap. We did a recap of movies, girl.
of movies. All right, okay. We're gonna move forward because we can do this all night, y'all. And then y'all be
Let's bring
talking
it back
about me.
in,
She
right?
had us on the line for an hour talking about movies.
About movies.
All right, so I picked out Ren. You still with her? Because me and Tiff, we done.
We just went a whole different.
Y'all done went down memory lane.
Yes, and
I'm still here.
All right, so Dr. Shirley's on. I'm gonna play. I picked out some of my best moments from the episode. So we're gonna start with Dr. Shirley because hers was fun and funny. One of her reels, Dr. Shirley, one of your reels got 1.3K views. One of the reels I posted of you. So
that's awesome.
That menopause thing, right? That menopause thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It said some stuff, right? So let's see. Dr. Shirley, I think I'm gonna start with I beat and kill somebody. Here you go, Tiff. We'll watch it play.
And I said, how long is this gonna last? And she said, probably about 15 to 20 years. I said, oh, ma'am, I'm gonna be done kill somebody by then. No, you got to do something. This can't go 15, 20 years. Yeah. I hit 40, I hit 45, I hit 50, and she's still saying 15 to 20 years. Dr. Walker, you got to do something different, baby.
So that was good. That was a good
one. That was a good one. And I kind of agree. I don't think I want to be.
You said death. I have the death one. I have the death one. That's what you took away, Ren, right? Death.
That's what I remember about the entire episode. Death.
I think my biggest
when does it stop?
Dr. Shirley said what? It was too short for what I was told. Look, because so what was your one of the takeaways you had from? Well, wait. Let me play another one. Right. This was. Let me see it. I think this was the funny one with me and Tiffany. Watch this one.
If you think that's a myth or the truth or fact or fiction. Let me see what y'all say.
Okay, I'm seeing some myths. All right, Michelle said myth. Tamika said myth. Oh, Kansas City's in the house. Myth. Miranda said not true. Okay, y'all doing it. Ding, ding, ding. No door prize. But y'all are getting it right. Yes, that is go ahead, Tiff. I think you have the information. That is indeed
100% a myth. I have a new sister. Her name is Perry, short for perimenopause. So it is 100% a myth. Many women start experiencing it in their late 30s and 40s, and this is called perimenopause. I say she is not my friend.
Not Perry.
We gotta live together.
Listen, and that one got about 400 views.
400. I'm with Tiffany on that. And I wear wigs. So let me just put that out there. And so there's days where I gotta snatch. Okay. This North Carolina heat be on a whole different situation. And I'm gonna say honestly, I remember probably recently we had the weather dropped and then it went up to 80. I had a wig on and I got a certain kind of glue I use. And if I was able to take my finger and go across my wig like that to remove the wig, God know I was sweating.
It was hot. Yeah.
I was going through. And my house is cold because we got AC on. So I agreed with that perimenopause. That ain't nobody joke.
No. And then the first clip, again, when Dr. Shirley sat down with her GYN, she said, but I'm in my 30s. What are you saying? Right? And she said then she hit 40s, then 50s. She looks great, but she's in her 70s. I never did tell her age when she was.
What? She looked good. Hold up.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Good black don't crack.
In her 70s. I'm telling you. But I still don't want to be dealing with no hot flashes and everything else and all the different mood swings that come with it.
She don't
been with them.
But that's what she said. She got, of course, there are, and I know we talked about this after, there are a lot more products out on the market that can help. Oh man, it's in the room. Renita, if you can hear me, could you pass me my vitamins off the nightstand? Please, please, please. After the show, I ordered me some Black Girl vitamins, Dr. Shirley. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. She's correcting me. She is 70, please, not 70s. Just 70. Ma'am, well, I'm sorry. Please forgive that.
You look good.
The compliment still reigns, ma'am.
You look good, girl.
Oh, yes. And she's retired, but she will come out of retirement to go to work because, we have a nursing shortage in the country. And if she gets a call and the gig feels right to her, she'll go hang out for 13 weeks, 6 weeks. She's like, okay, cool. Right. So, but that was the pivotal moment for me because I was thinking it was just my story because I started at 45 and I'm, in my 50s now. So, and then to hear this woman say, what, Marie, Ren, you there? Because she keeps getting knocked out. This is the clip she was talking about. Hold on, here it goes.
So my blood level now, my follicle stimulating hormone level is menopause, but I'm still getting hot flashes. I'm still getting cold. One foot is out from under the cover, ceiling fan is on, And so because my body craves what it craves, and once a month when I'm supposed to get a cycle, I go through these changes as though I'm getting a cycle and I'm not getting a cycle. So no, it doesn't go away.
Are those the days where you're just so hungry and you can't stop eating and you don't know why? You just ate? My God, why has thou forsaken us? My Lord.
That was my favorite
Eliani
part.
said, what? And you should see she has the crying emojis. Oh, girl, I'm with you. Yes. Death. Did I say death? Death. It ends at death.
It did. To death do us part.
To death do us part. And that right there rocked my whole world.
When I tell y'all, I was in my room crying, laughing when you said, "Oh my G," you went all the way to church on us. You had a whole.
I took you all the way to the cross. My God, why?
You did the 7 last days before we even got to this.
Stop it. So I ordered my Black Girl vitamins because one thing that Dr. Shirley did say, she said, first talk to your provider about anything that you want to add and, do what's best for you. Try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, there's other stuff out there. So it's only my first week on them, full week. But let me tell you what's happening though.
Okay.
I don't know if it's working or it's just so cold here. So yesterday I was literally begging for a hot flash. Okay. It was so cold here and I wasn't prepared. Ren is back. I wasn't prepared for, the weather. This is North Carolina and they were sort of aligning to what New York was doing. So I checked the report and I packed accordingly. And I found myself sitting in church yesterday begging for a hot flash. I did because the past they had the air on in the church where it was only 50-something degrees outside.
It was real cool yesterday.
It dropped quick. At one point it was warm out. sun was out. When we got ready to leave for church, I said, where'd the sun go? And then by the time I said, oh no, you are not dressed right for this. So yeah, I was sort of begging for a hot flash. I was begging
Don't
for
feel
a
bad.
hot flash.
Get out
my shot. Oh my God, she is in my shot. She said, stop talking about my church.
Like, honestly, I'm sitting here right now with the blanket on. So I'm with you. But I think too.
Go ahead.
No, but I think too it's you only been on it for a week. Give it a few more. You're gonna start feeling like the difference. How are you feeling with it now, just with energy wise? Because I know with Black Girl Vitamins, for me, energy was like real quick.
Yes, in the morning. Now I'm plateauing in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to find another supplement to take at night. I mean, to take during the day. But so I was cold instead of hot. And last night we went to, I think they call it the DPAC. So this is their cultural center where they bring Broadway shows and stuff. So David and Tamala Mann were in Durham last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to see them perform. So that was amazing.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, and then I had a warm moment. But see, here's the warm moment. It literally only lasted this long. And so my cousin gave me her hand fan. I only needed it for 1 minute. I didn't even break a sweat. And I had on a pullover hoodie. Ren, you hear me? I don't do pullover hoodies because I need to be able to strip quickly.
Take that off, yeah, real quick.
Real quick. I could do a zipper, but I can't do it because I might pull over and all my little hair, everything goes at the same time, and I'll be out in the street. I gotta be able to move quick, right? And I had a pullover hoodie. I was sitting between people. It was a moment of like heat, and then it was gone. Not hot, but heat, and it was gone. So I'll get back to you next week.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna check in. That's good. I know
Yeah,
you
it's a good check.
Yeah, I think my black guy wrong as well.
We're gonna pivot a little bit. So the next week, because we did a lot in April, and so we covered quite a few topics, and I want to pivot to Dr. Donna Hubbard. Her story was, of course, she shared a story of being a survivor of sex trafficking and prostitution, and just giving us literally the gory details of what her experience was like. And Ren, earlier, Tiff and I talked, and we talked about, we have our own stories of sexual assault and different things.
Yeah.
But once you heard hers, it just took that to another level because we weren't held hostage, right? We weren't traded and passed among drug dealers. So, so I'm just gonna, play a couple of clips and then we'll do a short discussion. And please, everyone that's watching us, just make sure, please join us in the chat and we'll read everything. So this first clip from Dr. Hubbard is titled, "She was traded for AKA 47s." Take a listen, because I don't want to use my imagination.
It looked like I was traded for.
Okay, guys, we have a little technical difficulties out here.
Nope, that was
bear
me.
With us.
It was me.
Okay.
It was all me. I hit the mouse the wrong way. So you know what happened, right? I lost the video, but hold on. I can bring it back. It's just gonna here we go. Looked like what, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to use my imagination.
It looked like I was traded for AK-47s. You want her for a day? You want these guns? You give me this amount and you can take her for a day.
I was traded for AK-47s for drugs, kilos of cocaine for if they lost a bet, if they played cards and lost a bet, Super Bowl tickets.
Yeah, so that's just a small bit of what Dr. Hubbard shared. And, you know, I still can't even imagine, because that's basically, Tiff, you're literally living day to day, moment to moment, minute to minute, depending on the mood of others. Right. Yeah.
That hit really deep. As I mentioned to you after that episode, I talked to you the next day. Me and my lady, my girlfriends, we had our moment. I told you about what we call it, and we talked about that, and we talked about our own experiences, but it did not equip or amount to the magnitude of her mindset. I cannot imagine what that could have been like. So listening to her story, it really made me, God, I thank you, because I don't know if my mind could have processed how to deal with being traded for objects. Her life was traded for objects. Her life was traded for events. That is something that I could never imagine.
Literally on a whim. Just a whim. I'll tell you what, all in, and you can have her for the night. Could you imagine being at a poker game and you're part of the pot, right? So, Ren, you want to chime in? Ren. Okay. Ren, are you with me? Because I just heard her a second ago. All right, so let me pull up another one, because now I have to do them individually instead of, because I lost it.
For some reason, I'm getting bits and pieces of you guys.
Okay, well, we can hear you. Can you hear us now?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right, so here's another one, Tiff, where this one is titled, "She was beaten and left for dead."
And left for dead 3 times, Lady Bree. Beaten and left for dead. And all I know is I had to survive. Yeah. I had to fight when I could have just died. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could have lost my mind, but I had to fight to keep my mind. Mm-hmm. When I went to prison, I didn't have to physically fight, but I fought every demon from hell. If you ever want to know where every demon from hell is, they in prison.
Yeah, absolutely. So all them.
All of them. Every one of them is up there, and you don't know how they're going to present themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Ren, I want you to chime in after this one, because she speaks about her freedom. She finally became free.
Yeah.
In prison. I really want you. So let me pull that one up, and we play that, and then we will discuss. So this one is titled, "I Was More Free in Prison." And here it goes.
That I was more free in prison than I had been on the streets.
Wow.
And I realized that day I was in prison, and I was in an area called the bus stop. And over there they were shooting crap, and over there they were playing cards, and over there they were cussing each other's mamas out, and over there they were speaking a language I didn't understand. And I was laying in my bunk, and all of a sudden I realized, I sat up straight. I said, "Hey, I'm alive." Them people looked at me. Them girls looked at me, "Girl, you better lay down. Are you crazy? You need your meds." I said, "No, you don't get it. I'm still alive. After everything I've been through,
still here.
I'm still here. I must be here for a reason. There's something I'm supposed to do."
Yeah.
And I realized that day that I was more free where I was in prison than I had been when I was incarcerated. And it was that day I began, when I was in prison, I was more free than I was when I was in the streets. But that day I made a commitment to myself that I was going to look at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, that was something. So, Ren, I need you to chime in because you can speak to the incarcerated experience, right?
Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank God we can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Because we've been kind of going in and out. So I've caught bits and pieces of some of the other clips. And this one I did want to comment on because I have that experience of being behind bars. And I can completely understand what she means when she says that she was freer on the inside than how she felt when she was on the outside. Now, her situation is a little bit different because she was held in bondage to different gangs and different, whoever was sex trafficking. She was physically under their control. But a lot of times, it's not just a physical thing, but mentally and just in life in general, we find that when you're put in a place like that, you have time to get to know who you really are. And when you come face to face, because you're kind of forced to come face to face with who you are. You're away from the drugs, you're away from the influences that you were around, you're away from the life that you once lived, all the people that you thought were your friends, all the people that you thought would have your back, and yada yada yada. You're away from all of that, and you have nothing but time to reflect. Once you get beyond, the fact that you're in prison and you can't see your loved ones and all that, and you actually start just kind of focusing on, what did I do to get here, how can I do better. That's when you become free. You're able to, a lot of people, what I found when I was away is I found that a lot of people did not have education. Most of them didn't graduate high school, and a lot of those girls did not complete middle school and elementary. Like their lives started, their bondage, started at a very early age. And so being in a place like that, you're able, I mean, it sounds crazy, but you're able to be parented by some of the older inmates, some of the workers, the volunteers that they have come in, some of the mental health workers, and you're able to be parented the right way. You're able to be pointed in the right direction so that you get the information you need to kind of become a better individual. And so you do find oftentimes that you are freer, or it feels like you are freer than the person you were on the outside.
Okay, because like you said, the influences that surrounded you, well, even though there are, for the most part, sometimes it is just geography too, Ren, because drugs are available in jail, and we know other crimes are committed in jail. So it's is it the mindset of the prisoner that changes?
You know what? I think a lot of people have a misconception about what prison actually is. You see certain things on movies, and kind of you already form this image in your head of what it is. But when you actually get there, it's more of a community. It's more of a family than people realize. You'll hear a lot of men will say this as well, that even though there are gangs and there's a certain culture that you have to abide by when you're behind those walls, it's still, you have to look out for each other. No man is able to do the thing on their own. When I say man, I mean women as well. You're not able to survive that environment on your own. And so you kind of form this community, the sisterhood. You're going to have all the same issues that you had on the outside. You're going to have drugs. You're going to have, the influences of doing, bad things and whatnot. It's not so much a mindset. I think everybody has the opportunity to do better and to be better. And the majority of people that I have ever witnessed have did something to better themselves in prison, because you are left with nothing but time. And see, and that's what it is. I've heard gentlemen say, if you want to know what prison is like, go lock yourself in a bathroom for 24 hours for the next, however many years. And if you really begin to contemplate that you don't have all of these resources at your fingertips like you do on the outside, then that it only makes room for introspection. So regardless of if there's a, drug, yeah, some people are still going to do the drugs. Some people are still, but even through all of that, there's some part of them that is striving to be a better person. Even you'll hear people say they came out a better criminal. So there's some part of them that wants to do better. And then, in essence, a lot of people get clean on the inside because they're forced to. And so that's why I feel like I can sympathize with that saying that oftentimes are freer on the inside, because when you get out, the pressures of life hit. Inside, you don't have to worry about how you're paying your bills, where the roof over your head is coming from. You don't have to worry about the meals. You don't have to worry about where you're going to sleep. You don't have to worry about any of those things. None of those things. Everything is provided for you. But on the outside, the very moment that you walk outside those doors, you got somebody on your butt like, hey, you need to get a job. And then you got to figure out where you're going to live. And then they want some money for you living there. And then you're like, well, I don't have enough money. And so it's easy. And that's why the recidivism rate is so high, because it's so much easier just to go back.
Yeah, Dr. Shirley put a couple of things. This last comment I pinned, it says she worked in corrections, which I knew, and they do become family, and they all know each other so well. So that's also why recidivism is high, because their support system
is there
on the other side of the gate. And then the other question you had, Dr. Shirley, is, why did Dr. Hubbard get arrested? She was the victim. Well, she was also a prostitute. So she was arrested from prostitution. She also carried their drugs. So they got her for possession, several things. And collectively, and I remember this story, collectively, her time in prison was about 10 years. And her thing was, in prison, she was free because she was no longer with them. She was away from them, and she felt safer.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't pass her around anymore. They couldn't keep. But then they also, and when you get a chance, go back and watch that episode with Dr. Hubbard, because it's very moving and informative at the same time. They threatened her family when she went to jail, so she wouldn't speak. She knew a lot. So she shares the story of that. They go to her mother and they buy her with a microwave so she could feed the kids while Donna was in jail. And that was their way of letting her know they knew where her children would be. So it's a really compelling real life story. It sounds like, as we were listening to it, Tiffany, and I know you and I talked about it, sounded like a Tyler Perry movie.
Like a movie. It did.
It did. It played out.
I do want to
go ahead.
I do want to say, Laurentia, thank you for explaining that about the family and the recidivism, because I have family members who I always kept saying, why you keep going back to jail?
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it was just, I never thought of it, or it was never expressed in the manner that you expressed it, where they feel that they have more support in the system.
Yeah.
In the behind bars than they did at home. And you never, as somebody that's at home, you never think about that for them.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And it's and like Dr. Shirley said, they're not, and Ren, you can attest to this, you, like with any program, you have to put in the work, because the prison system is not designed for rehabilitation.
Oh, not at all. They get money off of every head.
Said, some of them become better criminals, right?
When you think about that system in general, it's only there to make money. They just built a new jail here in Kansas City, Missouri, where I'm from. And it's only to fatten people's pockets. They get so much money per inmate per day.
Oh, yeah.
And then they get more money if you come back. So that's where the recidivism rate comes, that part comes into play. And it's there's the programs there are not there. Actually, they're getting rid of the programs that work, and they're just, they have something just to say that they're doing something, but it really is, you're right, it's up to the person if they want to change. But yeah, like even just being there sometimes, if you don't have that support on the outside, like a lot of the people I thought would support me, no, the same people I was out there committing crimes for, no.
Right.
But the ones that did support me, some of my best friends came from on the inside.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to believe that you could trust somebody, who's in here for murder or, abuse from their child or different things like that, things that are really frowned upon even inside. But because they had a wisdom that they were willing to share, and because they had a heart that they were willing to open, when some of my own family members,
Yes.
So yeah.
And then on the flip side, because we still have to hone in on the fact that the system is not designed to help you be a productive member of society.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing a 10-year bid, a 15-year bid, a 20-year bid, and you get out, you have been institutionalized.
Yeah,
so you're used
hard.
to being told when to wake up. You're used to being told when to eat. You're used to being told when to shower. You're used to being told this is your time for rec and this is your time to work. So
and that adjustment is hard too.
Yes.
A lot of time the adjustment, I just seen someone put in the chat that it can be an addiction.
Yeah, that's
being there. They're kind of craving going back.
Yeah.
And that's kind of because it seems like it's too hard on the street.
Yes.
And
like
I know someone,
and your family, because the other dynamic is the family doesn't really understand
what
their life is like in there. So, family also will have, and of course you have plenty who are very supportive and they're going to do everything they can to help you. And you pray that you have family like that who's going to help you, reacclimate yourself to society, and they're going to have your back and do as much as they, but still it's making room for the mentality of it.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
And you have to give room. They have been preconditioned to be a certain way for
to be a certain way. You're right.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really like about where I was is because I had it's a female prison, so a lot of the ladies have children, and some still actually have custody of their children, and upon when you get closer to release, they have you go through these classes with your child, with the parents or the guardians of your children at that time, and it kind of helps to ease that process. Right. And that's one of the things that I really liked, that they had that option available, and it's still hard to navigate,
Sure.
But it made it so much easier, and it shows that they actually cared about you staying out, like reconnecting with your kids and your family. And because a lot of people don't realize that you've grown accustomed to a different type of lifestyle, and that's not something that's easily just you can easily get rid of. And so you have to become acclimated and back used to this outside world, and they don't get the
and having independent thoughts to think independently now, right?
Yeah.
Get up when you want. Now they're not saying lights out and go to bed and all the things. It's now on you.
Yeah.
So, and I know with Dr. Hubbard, her testament of how it saved her life, because it the last time took her again away from them. And like when she said she had that, as Oprah would say, that aha moment when she sat up and realized, like, wait a minute, I'm alive. And that was the pivotal moment in her life where she took that time in prison to just change the trajectory of her life. And and someone says, and she's in her right mind. Not only is she in her right mind, but she came out highly functioning. She was able to get a job back with the airline. She had more children. She's a bishop. So, and she has this training about sex trafficking. So she took her pain and really turned it into purpose.
Yeah.
And she shared something with me. I think maybe a couple of weeks after she and I had sat down, she sent me a text because a young girl was missing, and it was one of the flight attendants' children. So when I circled back around a few days later, she sent me the flyer. She said, no, they haven't found her yet. And then as soon as I posted the flyer, she hit me back like within 15 minutes and say, update, they did find her. Now, this young woman was in North Carolina. She's 15 years old. They found her in South Carolina along with 9 other girls.
Jesus.
Who had been conned into running away from home. This was not 1970. This was not 1960. This was April 2026.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago. So, you know, her part in that history is over. Her experience, I put it that way, her experience is over. But the sex trafficking, the trauma associated with it, the predators, they are still here.
Yeah.
And now they're doing it differently. They don't have to drug you at a party. Now we have the internet.
Yeah.
And they can pretend to be a 16-year-old boy, age appropriate.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she calls that grooming. But we'll talk about Dr. Hubbard in a moment. Okay, so we're going to lighten it a little bit because that was heavy. Thank you, Ren, but don't go nowhere because it's now time for Dr. Mac. That is our wellness and life coach, and she is the thing. She is just all the things. So anytime I'm in her presence, my whole life has just changed. So let's pull up. Let me see, which one do I want? So this is a good one. She says this one is called Choose Yourself. No one is coming to save you. Check it out.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. So the question is really, when we talk about burnout and exhaustion and rest and restoration and recharging and restoring, the question is, are you willing to choose yourself? That's just it. It is what it is. It is. Are you willing to choose yourself? I am no good to my son if I'm laid up in my bed with my mind out of there. Mm-hmm. I'm no good to my son if I can't do my actual job that pays me money because I'm laid up in a bed or on a 72-hour hold, or if my parents got to check me into a place. And those places are significant and purposeful. I'm not discrediting them. What I'm saying is, but how good am I to my son if I can't first be good to me?
Yeah, that was good. So what I love about her, ladies, is that she takes this deep dive into her mental well-being. And anything she shares is because she's experienced it first, right? So you know how they say they can't ever, I don't ever want to talk to somebody who ain't never been through nothing because you can't help me get through nothing. Mm-mm. Don't tell me about being a parent if you ain't never had children. Please don't. Don't tell me about being married if you've never been married. Please don't. You have an idea of what marriage is, but you don't know what the meat and the potatoes are of said relationship. So what's your take on Dr. Mac? Because you had the opportunity today to watch the whole episode.
Dr. Mac really, she walked through a couple of avenues with me. And it's funny because I find your co-host Tiffany, a lot of stuff that she said, okay, that's me, or you was like, did you hear that? It's many things that my friends and my coworkers and things look at. I think the one thing that really stuck out was choosing me. I'm just now learning how to choose me. I always, I was the one that did, if they said, hey, we got this, do you want to go ahead and do this? And I didn't ask for the compensation, as she mentioned. I just went ahead and did it, right? Thinking, hey, it's another experience for me. So a lot of the stuff that Dr. Matt talked about, from choosing yourself, putting up the boundaries, doing those things to set where no one can cross over. I had to sit back and say, I was yelling at the screen. You ain't had to talk about me like that. Hey, yelling at the screen today. You didn't come, but she not only ran up on my block, she got out her car, walked in my house, turned the key, and walked into my door. That's how, right. And that's how deep she went in. And like everything she said was focused on me. So it was good to watch the replay. I wish I was there to comment and was like, yeah. But honestly, like she did her thing. Even if I wasn't on there live, I was like, oh, she had to come for me like that. I felt offended a little bit, like hey.
So, my other Tiffany Wren, you want to chime in? Are you still with me?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I enjoyed the clip. I wasn't able to see her entire episode. I caught like the very end of it. But the clip about choosing yourself, it kind of reminds me of being on the airplane, and it's how they say put your mask on first.
Put your mask on first.
If you're going to be able to help someone else, you got to put yours on first. And that's I mean, it makes complete sense, because you really cannot help anybody else if you're not in a position, where you're healthy enough to do that. And I had to find that out, for myself. That's part of where my the nonprofit organization that I founded, that's part of where that came from for me. Because I had to learn to accept who I was, at a very early age, the prime of my life.
Yeah.
I was handed a deck of cards that I just wasn't sure if I could handle this. Being sick. I mean, sick as a teenager was difficult, especially when other girls are going on with enjoying their teenage years and development and all of the things. I had to kind of be a little reserved because of all of the different things that I was going through, and so it caused me to have some of those self-love issues, some of those self-esteem issues that many of us have dealt with in our life. And it wasn't until I began to say, hey, it doesn't matter what other people think about me. I got to start putting me, first. I gotta start thinking about me. I gotta start loving me. I have to start accepting who I am. You only get one life, one chance around, at this life thing. So you got to start, somewhere. And it starts with, for me, it started with self-acceptance. And once I was able to do that, and it's still a journey, but once I was able to do that, it helped me understand that I could help other people that are dealing with these same issues.
I need to see if I can find another clip. Dr. Shirley says she's still learning to choose her because, and I think this is the plight of, I will say the woman, because as women, we do that. But we can only speak to the Black experience, those of us who are, on stage. And we, as a people, we've always had to show up more, right? And I always remember my mom saying to me growing up, where they have to work 100%, you have to show up 200%. So that was instilled in me at 8. You always have to work harder no matter what you do. So that attitude of, and that conditioning of just pouring, because we have to show up, right? If we want the promotion, we do the work without the money, right? And then we find ourselves doing the work without the money, and you still don't get the promotion, because that's what I was dealing with. I'm putting myself out here. I'm saying yes to all the things. I'm at the elevator hearing, oh, good, you're still here. I need help. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You see me press the button, and going back and still nothing, right? So I had said when Tiffany and I talked earlier, my God, if I was like Sherelle MacArthur is in her 40s, my whole everything would have been so much different. And a lot of the things that she's sharing and imparting now, I figured out a few years ago. But like Dr. Shirley said, I'm still working. And like you said, Ren, I'm still working on, the art of saying no. And unapologetically no. And being comfortable in the no. And it gets better, y'all. And not caring what you think because I said no.
All of that.
All the things.
Every last part of that.
Yeah, because only I can speak to my mental limitations. And if we keep saying yes, what are you leaving for you? And like she said, if she's not able to show up for the job that pays the bills because she's pouring out, and her parents then have to stick her in a hospital to say, okay, because she's completely lost, who does that benefit? Not the son, right? Not the job, not the bestie. So it's unapologetically freeing ourselves from things we just don't need to do. And this is where I sit, and this is the street I walk on, and they say it happens as you get older, and they're right, they're not lying. And I don't care. I had to, become comfortable in just not caring about what you're gonna say, what you're gonna think, and not to sound callous, but we can't always care about the feelings, because in that moment, are my feelings being considered? Right? Because people try to make you feel bad when you say no, and it's like, no, you're not making me feel bad for my no. No, I'm holding on to my no. Matter of fact, I'm putting my no on a t-shirt and I'm walking down the street. I'm promoting my no. Okay, so there's another one. I'm trying to see.
That's good. I'm gonna have to order one of those shirts.
Yeah, as soon as I make it. As soon as I see my designer. I have plenty of vision. My designer is just behind. Okay, so this is a good one. I don't have the other video because I lost everything. But let me play this one first, and then I will share with you what she said about another one. Okay, so this one is titled, "My Job is Not My Life, Setting Hard Boundaries." This was really, really good.
Office message basically says, at this time, I will not read or respond to your email until after 9:30 on the next business day. I recognize we have flexible hours. I respect yours. I appreciate you respecting mine. And I also hope that in this time, you will be able to close the tabs on your computer and in your mind and find rest and joy. That's my entire out of office message. Every day turns on at 4:30, because I am going to ensure that I set the boundary with everyone else that I don't work into the night. I'm not going to work into the night, and I won't be up first thing in the morning to read your emails, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that we are so conditioned in these spaces to give of ourselves until there's nothing left to give, that sometimes we are unwilling to set the boundary. It's not that we don't know what boundaries are, it's that we're so unwilling to establish and maintain the boundary. But I'm no good to anybody if I can't be good to myself, so I'm gonna take care of me first.
Listen, I gotta hit an amen on that one, because 100%.
I had to come back. I hope you're listening to that.
Oh, message received.
Okay. Yeah. That whole part. And what I love most, and I'm just realizing the time we've really been, because see, we spend all the time talking about the 80s and the 70s TV shows. That ate up our minutes. I'm gonna let everybody go in a minute. But what I really loved about her out of office message, not only does she set boundaries between her and whomever, but she also claps back and lets them know, and don't do it because you won't hear from me. And then after the clap back, then encourages them to do the same. So you can't be offended by the abruptness of it and the clap back. I said, that's brilliant. That is so brilliant. And it extends beyond, work is the bigger deal. And I know, Tiff, this is your thing. Work, yes. But then we all do, and Dr. Shirley's on here too. We all operate in other networks, right? Whether it's a church or whether it's a community. Ren, this is for you. And it's setting the boundaries. And it's still being in that place where it's okay for you to say, I'm not doing this today. This will have to wait until tomorrow. And what I love about Tiff, y'all, whenever you go to call her or text her, her phone always says DND all day, every day. I think I caught her once earlier. I said, wait, she ain't got her D&D on. She must have reset the phone or something. Just so you know, she can't be disturbed at this moment. And she be sitting right there with it.
I do that because, as you mentioned, I do work in so many different areas. Not only my regular job, I am the admin for the church, but I also run my own business. Yep. So with me having so many different areas in my life, my phone can't continuously ring. Right. That's not going to happen. So if you leave a message, I will respond. If you text me, and 9 times out of 10, Sabrina will text me, and I will text back quicker than I would answer my phone. And I tell everybody that, because my boundaries is you're not going to just call me when you feel like it. Leave a message, I'll respond, or email. And not only that, I have a team. So I don't answer all emails. I don't answer all of the things that the church comes into. But 9 times 10 people do call me, I will respond but you can't just pick up the phone and call me, think I'm going to answer. No. I started that about 1.5 years ago. I didn't know that was a boundary. So thank you, Sabrina. When you say it like that, I didn't realize it was a boundary. But when you think about it, it is a boundary for me. You just can't just call me because I do multiple things. Right. So that was a major thing, a major decision to make, is to put my phone on D&D. And when I tell you it offends people, it offends. But hey.
And do you care?
I don't.
Right.
I don't. And I'm like Dr. Shirley said, I'm still learning how to choose me. For the first time, I'm actually paying for a vacation for myself this year. That's the first time I've ever done that. And we talked about that too. Ever in the 42 years of me living, that I chose to say, you know what, Tiffany, I'm tired of seeing everybody go on vacation. You like, girl, I'm glad you did that. And you ain't doing it.
Right.
So I made choices, and those choices become difficult. But hey, listen, I'm sorry that's how you feel. But unfortunately,
no, Beyonce said sorry, not sorry. I mean, why do I have to be sorry because you feel a way about my personal choices?
Exactly.
That are not, I mean, it's not as though I have it set do not disturb for Tiffany only. It's everybody. I'm not singling you out. It's everybody. You're not special. You may be special to someone, but in this moment, it's and see, that takes us back to that apology thing, that forced to what a society makes us feel, or culture makes us feel, or history, because of who we were raised by, makes us feel that we have to apologize all the time just for saying what we say, being who we are, and expressing the way we feel. We've been, vilified. Yeah, there's a flash. Take your vitamin.
That's what that was.
Yes. And, we've been vilified for basically being human beings. Okay. And I have boundaries for everybody now. I don't care who you are. Leader, manager.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm definitely getting there.
Ren, listen, my last role, I would see the emails come from my manager. I'd be sitting there looking at them. And on purpose, I would wait 15 to 20 minutes to respond, because I never wanted her to believe that I was her beck and call girl.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm running the front office in a site where there were over 200 people on site.
Wow.
I'm not sitting here like, yes, sir, boss. Yes. Oh, no.
Exactly.
Sometimes 30 minutes. And be doing, this is the best part, and would be doing nothing. I bet you sitting there looking at it.
I thought it was me.
No.
I thought
I didn't realize I was setting up. I definitely was setting a boundary for her, right? Because I didn't want, because just think about it. If you're used to jumping and running and hopping, in the moment you don't, they start looking at you funny. Are you okay? Is something going on? Nope.
It's like what Shirley said. That's what she said. It's their emergency that they want to be your urgency. I love that. A, B, you're not, you're available. Stop it. Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
That's a great, I'm gonna actually write that down because I like that.
Y'all giving me all the professional ways to clock somebody's tea. I just want to, I just want to say I appreciate y'all for giving me this professionalism.
I have said this to you before. Stop jumping through hoops.
Yes.
I don't care what their title is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because everyone that has a title is not paying your bills. They're not sitting with you in the doctor's office when you're doing too much and your body is now rebelling.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I had my bishop say one time, he said, short of being hooked up to a respirator, a ventilator, you better be in here. And then I said, you know what?
And I shut down like in December.
That's too much.
That second week in December, from the second week in December to the second week in January, I don't do church work. I don't do business. I don't do anything. Don't call me. Don't ask me no questions.
Yeah. Do you take off of work?
Work is about a week and a half.
Okay. You just don't travel.
So, like, and it's not even travel. I'm in my house. Don't call me. My phone. Y'all think my phone on D&D is off?
Yeah. I ain't mad at you.
Off. And they be like, oh, y'all ain't gonna hear from Tiffany. Because all the things that I do throughout the year with church and my regular job, when it comes, I don't want to be bothered. I try to get all the stuff done for everybody by that last week in November, because they know Tiffany vacation. Don't call me. Don't ask me no questions. It's a wrap. So yeah.
All right. So it's one more thing Dr. Mac said. I cannot find the video because I actually got it because she posts every day on her YouTube channel and her Substack. She's in all the places. And what happened as I was traveling, the very thing that she and I had talked about, I ended up reading in a book and sent it to her, and she had never read the book. So it was profound. So I'll just read it to you. And it's simply waiting for the right time, waiting to feel ready or a little less afraid, waiting for someone to come along and tell you that today is the day to start. The problem with waiting is no one is coming. The only permission you need is your own. And that's from a book called and literally I sat down with Dr. Mac on Monday. Tuesday, started traveling and reading the book. And I read this the very next day. And she had just said it. So the clip that she had put up, her inspirational moment, was and it's titled, "Nobody's Coming to Get You." And that's basically what she was saying. So I want to leave everyone with that. I want to put up Dr. Mac's information because she, again, is a wellness and a life coach. So, and it's so much more. I encourage everyone to go back, any episode that you missed, go back and watch it in its entirety. Dr. Shirley was amazing. Thank you, Dr. Shirley, for being on. We had so much fun doing that. And even if you want to share it with your fellas, let them know, listen, this is what's happening to me. Okay. I am not crazy. It is brain fog because of menopause. There you have it. So, and you can follow Dr. Shirley's also on Facebook, and it's under Dr. Shirley MacArthur Williams. And she's always traveling. So you can live vicariously, because that's what I do through her, as she just travels the world. And I think last year they were in Greece. It's very annoying. And yeah, it was beautiful. And so you can follow Dr. Mac at on her YouTube channel on youtube.com / Beyond Well Coach. And that will take you to all her other platforms. And always thank you for supporting the channel. And full transparency, I shared with someone, I have been unemployed since my mom died 4 years ago. So when I put up the donation button, it is simply to help me keep, the channel going. And if it's $10, $5, whatever you give, trust me, I appreciate it. And it's able to keep these little streams going and my little graphics going, and me and Tiff sitting there looking all beautiful on screen together. And it's not a church Zoom. So if anything you've heard or just to be a support, you can please, just send a little donation to my Cash App or the Venmo. And the Cash App is $BeFree217. And the Venmo is @BeFree217. And as always, I thank you so much for your support. First of all, I have to thank my girls, my Tiff, my other Tiff, and my Ren, who are the biggest supporters of the show. And when I discovered that Tiffany would be unavailable for at least the next couple of weeks because of her 9 to 5, where she needs to set boundaries, I said, oh, wait, I know what to do. So again, this was our first recap nightcap. If you were sipping on something, Dr. Shirley, I love you. Get your champagne out, girl. I love Dr. Shirley. She don't play with the kids. And she always, I love it. This is a nightcap. So if I ain't gonna ask you what's in your cup, and you don't ask me what's in mine. So
mine is water. It's water.
All right. Well, mine is a Pepsi Zero, but that's not neither here nor there. Okay.
Water.
We sipping on what we sipping on. Okay.
Yes.
And Tiff's sister group, and they're working on something. They're preparing for the launch of their podcast, and it is called Coffee
and Mimosas.
I said I want all.
I like both of them.
Yeah, coffee and mimosas.
She said, because sometimes you wake up and you just need a cup of coffee, and other times, girl, you need a mimosa to start the day.
Come on.
Right.
And I said,
hold the orange juice.
My street. Yes. You said hold the orange juice?
Hold the orange juice.
Oh, then that's just a glass of champagne, daughter.
Listen.
Okay. Yeah, wait, she got that cruise life. That's what we do on the cruise.
Listen.
What happens on the cruise stays on the cruise.
The cruise.
Right. So thank you again, everybody. We went a little bit over, but it's all y'all's fault because we were talking about the TV shows. And everybody chimed in. And that was so. Michelle, thank you. Renita, thank you. And I know Crystal's watching with you. Thank you. To all those who, Dr. Shirley, again, thank you so much for showing up tonight and showing up whenever we call you, and your input and your expertise, and as always your support. Joseph, thank you for joining us. Please again make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I haven't even gotten to 50 subscribers yet, so I'm working on it. So thank y'all so much. This has been great. We had a lot of fun, and I appreciate you, Tiff. You is the bestest.
I love you, Bree.
I love you more. She said, oh, girl, wait, I'm going to be on camera. I have to look like a girl.
I got to go do some hair and makeup.
Long week. Wait, I'm laughing at you because when you said the heat comes, because you wear wigs like I do, and when you start, okay, that's what I don't do. Okay, I'm not snatching off and going outside. That's never going to happen. I suffer. I suffer through it. What's so funny, I'm here in Durham with my cousins, and my baby cousin, I asked her if she could wash my hair, right? So my cousin and her husband, they dropped me off at her house Saturday morning while they went on and did something else. And so what she did is she washed it and she braided it for me. So when they picked me up, I saw his face when I walked out of her house, because I walked in with a wig and a scarf, and I walked out with the wig and the headband. His face said, well, what did she do? And so as soon as I get in the car, he said, well, did she do your hair? Oh, yeah, she did it. It feels great. And he said, well, what did she do? She washed it and she braided it. He said, wait a minute. So you had her wash and braid your hair just so you could put other hair on top of it? Yes.
That's about right. That's about right.
And that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
and I got hair underneath this hair.
Come on, and we got hair. And he said, y'all women just, I said, it was written all over your face, bro. As soon as I walked out the door, your face through that windshield, he was trying to figure out, well, what exactly did she do all this time? So, yeah. So, yes, she does not snatch and then go outside. No, that's not happening. No. She's too vain for that. Too vain. All right, y'all. Thank you again.
Guys.
Thank you. Don't forget to like and share. And thank you again for being a part of another episode of Woman to Woman, where we are real women. We have real issues, and we always have real conversations. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you, Ren. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations.